Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we're over on the test server where Sonja has just dropped. So we're going to take a look at her skills, give you my initial thoughts. I haven't read them yet. We're going to go through it together. And if I think she's good enough, I will use my swap from my Tassie over to her over on the test server because, hey, new toys are always fun. But let's see. Tassie I do love, but, you know, if it looks like Sonja's offering something, we got to go for it. So she is going to be the Light Bearer Warrior. Physical 1 range. So let's jump into the skills. First off, the ultimate, we have no starting energy. Sonja delivers 8 piercing strikes on enemies in a designated frontal area, 3 tiles wide and 3 tiles long, each dealing 35% increasing damage. Okay. Each strike also deals extra damage equal to 4% of the enemy's current HP, not max HP, current HP, up to 160% of Sonja's own attack. She then charges to the far end and strikes the area, dealing more AoE damage. Is that AoE damage? I'm assuming that is. To enemies within it. While casting this skill, Sonja is immune to all control effects, but not damaged by the looks of it. Increases damage of the charge to 220 and the base damage to 50. So that would set a 400% multiplier that goes up, plus an additional 220. That's a 620. Plus we have the additional damage based on the current HP. Honestly, it does sound like a decent chunk of damage on this one. That's not too bad. Let's go into the next one. Crimson Covenant, skill range is 1. Okay, looks like there's no cooldown, so let's read what this is. When the battle starts, Sonja forms Crimson Covenant with 2 allies placed to her left and right. Okay, I get how they're doing that with the thematic theme of it. Prioritizing those in the front over those in the back. Makes sense. Increasing their attack by 10%. And their physical and magical defense by 15%. While Crimson Covenant is active, the 2 allies gain an extra 3% attack and 4% physical and magical defense every 6 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. We'll do the math once we see skill ups in case it increases. Sonja is immune to all control effects while casting this skill. So that's just at the start of battle. Crimson Covenant is terminated if either of the buffed allies are defeated. Okay, it says is defeated. I think that's meant to be R unless my English just sucks, which it does. In this case, Sonja absorbs the accumulated stat bonuses from both allies, gaining them for herself until the battle ends. Dude, I kind of like this. It feels like we're on the Harak theme of just like stacking the buffs, but only one of them has to die and then she absorbs both. So I feel like you could cheese this and have like one weak ally that's meant to die. And what are the stats? Increasing their attack by 10% and their... Okay, but it's their stats. I believe this is based on their stats, not her stats, which means you do want a beefed up character. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be ways to abuse this. Crimson Covenant is terminated. Yeah. Both allies gain... Okay. Level 2 increases the initial attack by 13%. Grants allies with an extra 4% and 5% every 6 seconds, increases the initial to 16. But then she absorbs both of them if one of them dies. So if one of them dies, she's like... It's honestly a pretty decent increase. We'll have to play around with this, but it's a pretty decent increase if she absorbs it. Now, whether you want her to absorb it or you want the allies to keep going with it, dude, we could pair her with Harak. Harak eats one of them so that she gets the buffs. Then she's massively buffed so that when Harak eats her, he gets... I gotta look at the capping on Harak's thing. Dude, I'm going too deep. Okay, next one. We got a 12-second cooldown with a 3-second initial. Sonja spins, smashing enemies within 1 tile twice with her cloak. Each slash deals 120% damage and stuns them for 1 second. And then it increases damage, and then stun duration goes to 1.5 seconds. Okay. Not too bad. A little bit of control as well. Interruption type control. Not too bad. Hero Focus increases her haste by 7.2 and she gains extra haste after casting Tempest Thrust for the first time. Okay, that's this one. That's her ultimate. So after her ultimate, she gets extra haste. Dude, it looks sick. Dude, wait, let's look at this one. Okay, it's just the... Dude, I love the red aura on her animations. I think it looks sick. Anyway, let's go back into the exclusive equipment. Sonja gains 100 extra initial energy. She permanently enhances Crimson Covenant after casting the first Tempest Thrust, which is her ultimate. Correct. Instead of only gaining stat bonuses when a buffed allied is defeated, hold it. She continuously benefits from the accumulated stat bonuses while the buffed allies are alive. No shot. Increases Sonja's initial energy by 200. Reduces the damage taken by 40% for a Covenant member if any other member is alive. 50% of the reduced damage is shared by other members, but this will not cause them to be defeated. Oh, dude, I am super excited about this. Reduces the damage shared, okay, down to 40%. So really don't need level 4. You just need level 3 for this one. Dude, this is looking really good. I'm actually really liking this. Dude, I'm really liking this. Okay. Sonja converts 20% of the damage dealt by Tempest Thrust into self-healing as well. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I think I'm going to swap my Tassie. I don't know. Okay. She's got current HP scaling, which isn't as good as max HP, but it's still decent. I honestly, I'll have to check how this works on bossing. Whether that gives us big boss damage. Because if this ult gives us big boss damage, then you pair her with like a Lily and something else that can like let's face it, Freyasto's normally doing good damage. Like I just feel like you can pair her and get 2 other good damage dealers in the team with her. And we can really start to slap. Because dude, because this, we're increasing their attack by so we get 16% attack plus 4 stacking 6 times, wasn't it? Okay, so we get the 24 and the 16. So we get a 40%. We get a 40% attack boost, which she then gets an 80% attack boost because she gets it from both of them. And when you look at the Mythic Plus, she gets it from both of them. So we've got 2 units buffed by their attack by 40%, her buffed by 80%, not to mention the defenses that she's also increasing, helping with survival, which is going to be great in a lot of places. Dude, I'm really liking this kit. I'm really liking this kit. Because she's good. And then we also have the extra damage mitigation where they take reduced damage. It's then split. It's reduced to 50% is distributed between the remaining characters. So it's really 25%. So any damage that character takes, each of the other Covenant members, to my understanding, takes 25% of that damage. And that character takes none. Reduces the damage taken before... 50% of the reduced damage is shared by other members, not the current member. So they get damage mitigation. Okay, no, I got that wrong. They still take the initial damage, but 40%. Okay, honestly, I'm getting tongue-tied, but I'm liking what I am seeing in this one. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think I'm going to go ahead and get her. I think she could have viability in bossing. I'm not too sure whether she will completely stand out there, but I think this buffing is enough to make her somewhat viable. I definitely think, and I'm liking this for PvP as well. I'm kind of liking this everywhere. Whether it's enough to put her into meta for bossing, I think it should be, even with Harak, because we see him doing so well. It just means he's going to eat more stats. Having said that, I can't remember which ability it is. Upon assisting or defeating a unit, any unit, he gains 60% of their attack and 60% of their max HP, up to 220% of his base attack. So maybe it won't affect the absorption to the total extent, because if they're already buffed by other things, but this should put him guaranteed to be at the cap if he's eating one of the members that have these buffs. So I think I'll have to play around with it, but I think it could actually work decent with Harak even. And so I think she could be a really good team player. I'm liking this. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I've got to think about it, confirm whether I'm going to do the Tassie swap, and I'll get back to you guys with some testing if I do decide to. But at this stage, let me know what do you want me to swap it? I think we do. I think we're going to do it. I'll think about it. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.